Hello and welcome to the first day of healthy relationships and communication. My name is Christina Lorraine and I appreciate you joining me. Whether you've experienced trauma yourself or struggle to understand how it affects your relationship, I want to help guide you towards new awareness, offering hope and practical insight. Trauma is an emotional wound, often caused by distressing or dangerous experiences, sometimes in childhood, sometimes later in life. These wounds shape how we see ourselves, others, and even the very nature of love. Many adults find that past pain unconsciously influences how they give and receive love, how they communicate, and how they respond in relationships. Trauma can be hidden beneath the surface, showing up as fear, mistrust, or disconnection. What is trauma and its invisible effects on relationships? Trauma takes many forms. You might have experienced a single traumatic event, like loss or abuse. Or it might be chronic trauma, ongoing neglect, or repeated harm. Sometimes it's complex, trauma wounds layered over years. Although the external signs of trauma aren't always visible, the internal effects can deeply shape our emotional world. So, for example, imagine Emily, who grew up in a home where love was conditional and inconsistent. As an adult, she struggles to express affection freely because deep down she fears being rejected or ignored. The invisible barrier often leaves her feeling isolated, even when she's with someone who cares. And I'm sure we can all relate to Emily. I know I certainly can. Trauma also changes the brain's wiring. The amygdala, responsible for detecting threat, becomes hyper alert, interpreting safe interactions as potentially harmful. This leads to what we call survival communication patterns, where the goal isn't connection, but protection. Trauma's impact on communication. So, traumatized adults often react defensively, withdraw, or use survival strategies like avoidance or aggression due to learned responses for safety. They may struggle with expressing vulnerability, trusting others, or owning emotions, leading to cycles of misunderstanding and disconnection. Healing communication means building self-awareness, emotional regulation, and new skills despite unhelpful models learned in childhood or past relationships. So let's talk about what a healthy relationship should look like compared to Emily's example. A healthy relationship is rooted in open, kind communication, mutual respect, and safety, while an unhealthy relationship is characterized by poor communication, control, defensiveness, and unresolved trauma. For adults who never learned effective communication, like myself, often due to traumatic pasts, developing healthier connections starts with practical skills, scripture guidance, and somatic techniques that foster emotional safety and healing. Healthy relationships, communication signs. So, partners use I feel and I need statements, accept responsibility for emotions, and listen empathetically without judgment or power struggles. Both individuals feel safe expressing themselves, are allowed time to speak, and disagreements are handled with kindness, accountability, and collaboration, not avoidance or aggression. Communication is brief, genuine, and often paired with body language that shows engagement, like leaning forward, maintaining open posture. A couple of somatic techniques I have for you. So, for grounding, you want to focus on your physical sensation, like feeling feet on the floor. And we have talked about this many times in my videos, but let's revisit it. Feeling your feet on the floor or out on the grass if you want to do that. That's how I like to do it. Or deep, slow breathing to return to the present moment. And for me, that's really hard, especially during an argument or being upset and getting angry. It's really hard for me to just stop and take a deep breath. But I'm really, really trying to practice that for my future person so he doesn't have to go through my trauma with me. Body awareness. So notice tension, breath quality, or impulses. Practice body scans or gentle movement to reconnect physical and emotional experiences. Some mindful movements. Try yoga poses, stretching, or paced breathing to reduce physical stress symptoms and increase sense of control. Some yoga poses, just do very basic ones. Don't do anything that you think you're going to hurt yourself with. Please, we don't want anyone to get hurt. Expressive release. Safe exercises may include gentle vocalizing. So talking, humming, maybe doing as part of your yoga movement, moving, or writing about emotions to release pent-up energy. And that's what has helped me a lot, is writing down my emotions or just journaling about what I'm looking for or how I want to express it. Express how I feel instead of just yelling or getting angry. So, and then of course, a couple Bible verses I have are for loving kindness. Love your neighbor as yourself. Mark 12:31. A gentle speech to yourself, a soft answer turns any wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Honestly, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. That's Proverbs 12:22. Maybe forgiveness, forgive others their trespasses. That's really a most common one that's used, and that's from Matthew 6:14 through 15. Mutual respect. Let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. Ephesians 5:33. Patience and peace. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. 1 Corinthians 13:4 through 7. And unity. Live in harmony with one another. Romans 12:16 through 18. And this concludes day 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the information I have presented to you. I will do a live at the end of the 7 days, but I think I'm just going to do videos for each of the days for now. And then we'll do a live to maybe discuss it or, talk further about anything else you would like to speak about. Anyways, thank you for joining me on the first day. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and thank you so much. Bye-bye.